Okay, Star Health is one of the best thing for the holistic coverage of entire Pan India. Their network and they can buy the policy anywhere, any street. The agent network and sales network is there. That is one of the benefit with the Star. And the Tata AIG and Care and HDFC Ergo, these companies are having the internal TPA, that is that internal sanctioning of the claims, these policies. If it is a government companies like New India, United and Oriental and National, they have the third party TPA outside, and the filing and processing that is also can be done through proper advisory. We need to go through the TPA and get the approval.
Shmel, please unmute yourself.
Thank you very much. I too very liked this excellent presentation, and I have next question. When we are speaking about health insurance, I want to ask you what, according to your opinion, need to be a role of governments and state authorities in health insurance of poor and low socioeconomic groups of population?
Got it. Thank you for asking the very important question. Usually in India, the most of the governments are taking care about the really needy people with the government schemes. One of the best scheme Prime Minister Narendra Modi initiated was Ayushman Bharat. And the last 3-4 years that it is they're initiating to reach out to all the corners of the country. But there are some kind of educative and motivative and logistic issues are there. And it's need to reach out the best goal and a last milestone it has to reach. But the initiation is very good, but there is a huge gap in reachability. We hope that in the new government that will take into the next level.
Well, I want to continue that same question. Suppose I have an immigrant working from Bihar or Orissa in Telangana. If he takes Ayushman Bharat, will his claim be covered in the local hospitals?
Not exactly, but wherever he is going to the claim, that hospital or that state has to have the implementing that scheme. Usually in Andhra and Telangana, that Aarogyasri is implementing.
Okay.
And depending on the different states, the different schemes they has to be applied.
So can a Bihari take an Aarogya in Telangana?
Yes, with our Aadhaar card he can take.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Shmel, is your question answered?
Yeah, of course. Thank you very much on elaborated and a very good answer.
Yeah. You said, Venkat, that if you are changing policy in between, you will lose claim. Can you expand on that with more clarity?
Yes. So suppose you are having a 10 lakhs coverage in one policy. Consider that next 5 years or 10 years, you did not use any claim. Insurance companies are offering a new claim, no claim bonus. Company to company, suppose it is 10 lakhs covers, next year it will become a 15 lakhs. The second year, third year it will become a 20 lakhs without paying an extra premium because you are not using the claim. Like that, after certain period, your actual base coverage of the 10 lakhs will become a 20 lakhs or 25 lakhs. At that time, you are changing the company. Again, you have to restrict to the base policy. This 10-15 lakhs, whatever the no claim bonus you are having, you're already earned from the existing earlier insurance company. That insurance company no more in servicing to you. That's why you have to lose it.
Got it. What are the different insurance companies by the government versus the private institutions in India?
There are 4 government insurance companies named New India, Oriental, United and National. These are the 4 government insurance companies. And their premiums and their services are very good. But there are standalone health insurance companies. The best one in the top company in private insurance companies, it is a standalone health insurance companies. Those companies will sell only health insurance. That is a Star Health and Care Health and Nevabupa, and these companies are only health insurance they will sell. But these companies are having very specific coverage policies where government insurance companies are not having. Whether it is a critical illness or cancer specific, different disease specific, these kind of products with a different no claim bonus criteria, they designed a products. Even private insurance companies like HDFC, Ergo, ICICI, these kind of companies also are having. Tata AIG is also one of the good health insurance company. These companies are also having a specific products depend upon our age and our family history. Whatever the threats we are having, basing on that we can choose the product with the ratings, different premiums.
You said Star Health, Care Health, and Tata Insurance.
Tata AIG, HDFC, ICICI.
HDFC, ICICI. You and in India government, you said New India, Oriental,
United, National.
United. Is there any recommendation that your company suggests, or do you have any kind of a service where you give advice?
Yeah, sure. Definitely, we as an advisory company, that we work for the customer, not for any company. So customer to customer, depend upon their age and their family history, their pre-existing history, all those things we will take into the consideration. Then whatever the company and product is suitable for them, then we will suggest 2-3 companies to our clients, our prospects. Basing on that, our recommendation is to study the client need.
Now, you were saying that Star Health, Care Health, now Tata Insurance, each one specializes in a special product. Can you give an example, please?
Okay, Star Health is one of the best thing for the holistic coverage of entire Pan India. Their network, and they can buy the policy anywhere, any street. The agent network and sales network is there. That is one of the benefit with the Star. And the Tata AIG and Care and HDFC Ergo, these companies are having the internal TPA, that is that internal sanctioning of the claims, these policies. If it is a government companies like New India, United and Oriental and National, they have the third party TPA outside, and the filing and processing, that is also can be done through proper advisory. We need to go through the TPA and get the approval. Here in Tata AIG and the HDFC and the Care, internal TPA within sanction within minutes. So somebody going and joining in the hospital, in the hospital, the insurance desk will be there. If they can show their health card and the estimation of the doctor, immediately within half an hour, they will get the approval for the cashless scheme.
How long does it take for government companies?
Maybe 1 or 2 hours for the cashless.
For government companies?
Yeah, government companies.
Okay. When you said cosmetics doesn't cover, if somebody has an accident and there's a deformity in the face and they need multiple cosmetic,
that will cover. That was happened, a damage through accident. Yeah, those things will be covered.
Covered?
Yeah.
So when you said cosmetic, non-essential will not, what can you explain that a little bit?
Suppose sometime back, being an insurance advisor, sometime back, I want to change the shape of my nose, just for my different glamour, different look.
Okay.
Then when I checked my policy, it won't cover.
Okay, got that.
I transplant my hair, my policy won't cover. No insurance company is covering.
Okay. Maternity benefit is something that every woman goes through. So from what age do you suggest they should be taking this insurance so that those costs get covered?
So whenever they're planning having a baby, 1 year, 2 years before that, better to have the policy.
Oh, that's lovely. That's amazing.
And when they're going to have the policy, what kind of place, like some of the specialty birth clinics are there particularly in Hyderabad, like a birthplace and these kind of specialty clinics. They should be aware of the entire 1-2 years of the total charges. Even after post-delivery also 1-2 years vaccinations and other things will be there. The total expenses they should be aware, that kind of volume of the coverage they have to take.
There is one question from Mr. M. Ramanan. I am 75 plus with heart ailments, diabetes for over 35 years. Any health insurance for me?
Yes, there will be some health insurance. Star Health will cover, and by declaring that the pre-existing diseases. But thing was, if you are comparing the hospital charges and the premium rates, if no other medicals or other treatment is required for another 2-3 years, but the premium rate is compared to normal person and that pre-existing person is so high. Particularly after 65 of the years, the premium charges are so high. If he is comfortable with the paying the premium, there is a policies. But basing on again underwriter requirements, after seeing all these last 10 years medical treatments and his discharge summary and everything. Basing on that only, policy issuance will be decided by the company. Provision is there, depend upon the case to case.
8 years also?
Yes.
There's a question from Nusair Azam. Mr. Nusair Azam.
Thank you so much for this. Thank you, madam, for your brilliant summary of some of the issues that are outstanding. So the point I was making, it's not a question, it is more a comment, that one of the biggest benefits of health insurance is not having to deal with the hospitals, advisors and the insurance department and so on, because the insurance company has already got some arrangements there. And because of that, you will probably get at least 50% discounting on all of the treatments and the procedures that are offered. Whereas if you try to pay the rates that are quoted on the posters in these hospitals, you'll be bankrupt before you enter the hospital.
Actually, your advice is very good, sir, but the reality is actually a little bit higher. If you are using the insurance, actually the cash cost and the insurance cost a little bit higher. You may be hard in the industry actually.
That's remarkable, sir, that you can actually get a cash discount. Because every time I've tried for whoever else we've gone in, luckily I have not yet benefited. One other question I had was, I've been trying to get a health insurance policy through online forums. ACO was the one I was trying. And they would look at all the history I had disclosed, go through the medical tests and then reject me. But you're explaining that there are some exemptions possible.
Yes, but depend upon case to case, sir. That it is not that we should not assume that it is done. No, it is the purview of the medical underwriter.
So check and make sure that you've read all the policy exclusions, all the fine print, all that rubbish. And thank you so much if you are willing to advise us on that. We will be happy to take your services. The other question I had was, when I've tried to cover the staff working for me, again through this one ACO Health online forum or the platform, they have rejected my staff for having pre-existing insulin requirement, for having pre-existing thyroid medication. It was a benefit in the sense I was not aware that they were using these products. So I'm able to tell them to please be careful about the health for these. But you're telling me that either government schemes or private schemes may be able to insure them after all.
Yes, yes. Ayushman Bharat and Aarogyasri, you can cover them. Again, depend upon their age. Depend upon their age cap will be there.
Below 60 is typical. Yeah, and Aarogyasri they tell me that they're paying out of ridiculous amounts. I suppose because they don't want to wait for the Aarogyasri, the health queue or whatever is involved in that, right?
I want to continue with this question. Venkat, is Aarogyasri actually functioning in Andhra and Telangana? Can people really go to hospitals? Because are hospitals rejecting Aarogyasri patients because the government is not paying?
Yes, that is the technical challenges, but the scheme is operative. But because that hospitals are not getting payment on time, whatever the time they need to spend on the credit patient and the cash patient. The doctors are limited, services are limited. So their priority is where they are getting the immediate money. So that is the real reason. Even some of the cases, the government is paying, or even not only for the Ayushman Bharat and Aarogyasri, even for the regular insurance also, some of the insurance companies, whatever the reasons, the realization of the payment to the hospitals are getting delayed. That is the reason that hospitals will prefer to have the direct cash clients instead of insurance. Maybe you might have heard that, if you are paying through our credit card, debit card, that we will get a cheaper rate than using the insurance. The reason is the realization of the money to their account is the difference.